So I realize that I look like complete grossness right now, but it's okay, probably. Yeah, we usually wouldn't even go out in public looking like this. So yeah. Gianna, I just really wanted to tell you that you're like my best friend ever. And when you say certain things that, I've heard that you did, it really, really hurts me because I hate to see somebody that's such a great person thinking like that and thinking the way that they do when they shouldn't. I don't know what's got you down or what's bothering you or, but whatever it may be, that I'm always behind you 100%. But I think the thing that is that you need to know is that I don't think that you're behind yourself 100%. If it's a problem with your relationship and everything, I can definitely tell you that I know you have low self-esteem, and you shouldn't because you're crazy beautiful and you're perfect and you're just a great person all around. You're very smart. You can do whatever. But I have low self-esteem too, just like you do. And the thing is, before you can get into a relationship, you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And that's actually why a lot of high school relationships do not work out. Because you have to love yourself before you can ever love anybody else. And that's because that, when you're dating somebody, especially at like 14, 15, it's just like, it shouldn't be hard. It should be very simple because it's basically just preparing you for the real world. It's like a test run. It's showing you what you like and what you don't like and what you're looking for and what you're not looking for and who attracts you and who doesn't. It's not about finding the one person that you're going to be in love with forever and ever and ever and ever, and I think you understand that. But it's just that it shouldn't be so hard, and it shouldn't be all the arguing and all the complaining and all the tears and all the worrying and everything. It shouldn't be that at all, because it's a practice test. Basically, you're stressing over a practice test. It doesn't count. It's that people get jealous and they get insecure and they get worried and they yell and they argue over really dumb stuff because they do not love themselves and they're insecure and they worry, and that's okay because everyone does. But you just gotta see that, like, I know people care about each other, pretty deeply and everything when you're in a relationship at all. But people throw the word love around way too much. I know you care about him a lot, a great deal. But if it's all this arguing and all the hurting and everything, it's not, you can love somebody, but it's not true love. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can never truly love somebody to love you, to accept you for who you are. Because you're fine if you don't accept you for who you are, and if you don't love you for who you are, then who else will, Like, you're just gonna find people that don't really truly love you for who you are. Like, sure, they'll love you for who you are, but it's not true, deep, mature love. It is I care about you a great deal and I would do mostly anything for you. But they'll still break up with you, and they'll still yell at you, and they'll still hurt you. And that's fine. You're in high school and that's gonna happen. Hell, it happened to me. I said, why would I had true love and I didn't. I sure as hell didn't. Because nobody's mature enough to really understand it. I couldn't really love him. I didn't love myself. I still don't. I'm not saying that you should break up with him or anything. I'm just saying that, you're just looking at the short-term effects of it, really. You're not looking at the long-term effects. And I know you're smart enough to know that you're not going to be with the same person for the rest of your life. You're not. Like most high school relationships, you're not. So why would you sit there and put yourself through all this stuff and, saying that you want to kill yourself and everything and hurt yourself just because of one stupid person? He's a passing trend, you know what I'm saying? And I love the kid, I do, he's one of my best friends and everything, like I said, great kid, great guy. It's just that he doesn't love himself either. He's also insecure just like us. And he can't truly love you like you want him to love you. Because he doesn't love him. He needs to love himself and you need to love yourself. And I think your best bet would be to find love within yourself. You need to get into a relationship with Gianna. You need to sit here and find out what you like and what you don't like and what makes you happy, because people misconstrue the meaning of dating. Dating isn't finding somebody to make you happy and just to make you happy and to always rely on them for happiness. It's finding somebody who you can be happy with. You and him can be individually happy together. And people just rely on people because that's humanity, that's human nature. You're gonna want to rely on somebody to always be there for you because that's what your parents do. You rely on them whether you know it or not to make you happy and to always love you because they do. You know why? Because they love themselves. And they love you because they truly do, no matter what. And we're always going to want to search for that love with other people and to find it in everybody. But you're not going to find it in high school. You're not going to find it in him. You're going to find it in your family. You're going to find it in your friends. And you're going to find it in you. And I think in you is the first place you're going to want to look, because when you talk about stuff like hurting yourself, that just shows that you truly don't love yourself, and that's a shame, because you're amazing. It's just the bottom line. I'll always be there for you, and I'll always, be there to talk to you about it and everything, because there's a lot of stuff I need to work on too. It's just that, if you just sit here and you focus on you, and you never want to put yourself behind others, because you're always going to want to put yourself first. Not in a selfish way, just think about yourself and your feelings, because if you don't, nobody else will. It's cruel. It's really cruel. It's a very cruel world out there, and that's just how it's going to be, and this isn't even a taste of it yet. And back to thinking to short-term and long-term effects, if you're always looking at the moon, you'll never see all the stars shining behind it and around it, because you're only focused on the one big thing and the big obvious thing in your life. But you don't see all those little shining stars. You don't know how beautiful they can be. Sure, the moon's beautiful, that's great. But everybody always only looks at the moon. They never look at the stars around it. I'm just saying, like, as long as you're focused on that one person, you probably need to take a step back and look at everything else around you, because there can be so many other great people for you, and who can help you, and who can truly give you the feelings that you want to feel, you know? I'm not saying break up with him for somebody else. I'm saying, you know, maybe just take a step back for a little bit and just take it all in and realize who's there for you, who's not, who you have and who you don't, and then reevaluate yourself. I think you should maybe sit there and try to make yourself happy for a little bit, because you're really caring and you always make other people happy. Like, I know you're always making me happy, and you're always trying to make him happy, and your mom happy, and your dad happy, and when's it time for you to be happy? You need to do that for you, you know? You deserve it. You deserve the world and everything else, and you're gonna get it, but you need to give it to yourself first. Sure, you know, maybe you're gonna have to make a really few tough decisions, like, if you do decide to leave the person that you're with because it's not making you happy. Like, I know you're happy with him, because there's a lot of moments where you're very happy, but sometimes the good outweighs the bad, and sometimes the bad outweighs the good, and you need to look at that, like, really and truly and deeply. Like, do you want to stay sad for such a long period of time? Because it is a short-term thing. Relationships start to end mostly in high school. It's just a fact. Like, you just need to think, like, wow, you know what? Leaving him would make me really upset. It would make me really, really upset now, and I'd be upset for, who knows, maybe a month or two. But maybe in the long term, think about it. Sure, you're going to go through some pain for a short-term amount of time, but in the long term, maybe you're going to be really happy. And maybe you're going to give yourself a chance to make yourself happy and to find somebody to be happy with you. And you're not going to argue, and you're not going to go through the trivial bullshit. Like, why latch on to something that hurts you? That's going to end, you know? I love you guys together. Like, it's great. I'm just saying, like, if it keeps going and it keeps hurting you, maybe you should, I don't know what you should do. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do, because it's really hard to decide, but definitely focus on loving you for the beautiful and amazing and the smart and the caring and giving person that you really are. And you need to give yourself a chance before you give anybody else one. Okay, well, I love you so much, and I'm going to delete this, put it in a quick shit.